The fact about successful undocumented immigrant in USA. Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a prominent entrepreneur and business magnate known for his role in several high-profile technology companies. He was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa. Musk is the CEO and lead designer of SpaceX, CEO and product architect of Tesla Inc., co-founder of Neuralink, and co-founder of PayPal, originally X.com. He is also known for his involvement in initiatives like the Boring Company and for proposing the Hyperloop. Musk is recognized for his ambitious vision to reduce global warming through sustainable energy production and consumption and to enable human life on Mars. His ventures in electric vehicles, space travel, and AI have made significant impacts in their respective industries. He is also known for his active presence on social media, particularly Twitter. His approach to business is often characterized by bold, innovative strategies and a willingness to take significant risks. Over the years, Musk has garnered both praise and criticism for his work, leadership style, and public statements. Cesar Millan. Cesar Millan is a renowned dog behaviorist, author, and television personality, best known for his work in rehabilitating dogs and training their owners. Born on August 27, 1969 in Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, he moved to the United States in the late 1990s. Millan rose to fame through his television show, The Dog Whisperer, which aired from 2004 to 2012. In the show, he showcased his unique approach to dog training, emphasizing the importance of exercise, discipline, and affection, often summarized by his motto, calm, assertive energy. He believes that owners need to establish themselves as leaders to effectively train their dogs. In addition to his show, Millan has written several books on dog training and behavior, sharing his methods and insights for dealing with various canine issues. He also runs the Cesar Millan Foundation, which focuses on educating the public about responsible pet ownership and supporting dog rescue efforts. Millan's techniques and philosophies have garnered both followers and critics, leading to ongoing discussions about dog training methodologies. Nonetheless, his influence on popular dog training has been significant, and he has contributed to a greater awareness of dog behavior and care. Julissa Arce is a prominent author, speaker, and advocate known for her work on immigration issues, particularly as they relate to undocumented immigrants in the United States. She was born in Mexico and came to the United States at the age of 11. Arce is recognized for her compelling personal story, having navigated the challenges of being an undocumented immigrant while pursuing education and a successful career. Arce attended the University of Texas at Austin, where she earned a degree in business administration. She went on to build a successful career in finance, working for major investment firms, despite her undocumented status. Her experiences led her to become an advocate for immigrant rights, and she has shared her story to highlight the challenges faced by many immigrants in the United States. She is the author of the memoir, My Underground American Dream, where she shares her journey of overcoming adversity, and she also speaks about the importance of immigration reform and the need for inclusivity. In addition to her advocacy work, Julissa Arce has been involved in various media appearances, discussing issues related to immigration and sharing her insights on creating a more equitable society. She continues to be a voice for those whose stories often go unheard, emphasizing the need for change and understanding in the realm of immigration policy. Salma Hayek is a well-known Mexican-American actress, producer, and former model. She was born on September 2, 1966, in Coatzacoalcos, Veracruz, Mexico. Hayek gained prominence in the late 1990s and early 2000s, both for her acting talent and her contributions to the film industry. She started her career in Mexico, starring in the telenovela Teresa before moving to Los Angeles to pursue opportunities in Hollywood. Her breakthrough role came with the film Desperado in 1995, where she starred alongside Antonio Banderas. This film helped establish her as a leading actress in Hollywood. Hayek received critical acclaim for her portrayal of the iconic Mexican artist Frida Kahlo in the biopic Frida in 2002, which she also produced. The film earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. Throughout her career, Hayek has taken on a variety of roles in both drama and comedy, including films like From Dusk Till Dawn, Traffic, Grown Ups, and The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. In addition to acting, Hayek has been involved in producing films and television shows. She is a co-producer of the acclaimed series Ugly Betty, which was based on a Colombian telenovela. Salma Hayek is also known for her activism, particularly in areas like women's rights, domestic violence awareness, and support for the Latino community. She has spoken out on various social issues and has worked with organizations such as UNICEF. Hayek is married to French billionaire François-Henri Pinault, and they have a daughter together, Valentina Paloma Pinault. Salma Hayek's impact on both the film industry and her advocacy work has earned her respect and admiration worldwide. The $6.7 billion Florida citrus industry owes a lot to Liu Gimgong's mother. She taught her son pollination techniques while raising him in China. As an adult in the United States, he would use those techniques to breed so many valuable new varieties of fruits that he gained the nickname the Citrus Wizard. American farmers almost missed the opportunity to benefit from Gong's expertise. The Chinese Exclusion Act barred him from entering the United States, but he managed to get around it with forged documents and the support of a family farm in Florida. There, he focused on cultivating plants that were resistant to early Florida frosts that could wipe out a farmer's livelihood. He developed tomatoes with higher yields and grapefruits that dropped at optimal times, but he is best known for developing an early ripening variety of sweet orange that bears his name. The Liu Gimgong variety of the Valencia orange is still popular more than a century later and has saved the industry millions of dollars. Liu Gimgong was among the first undocumented immigrants to the United States. Before the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882, there were no federal laws dictating who could or couldn't enter the country, so it was impossible to enter illegally. The act was passed due to the perception that Chinese Americans were stealing jobs from United States-born Americans, despite these immigrants making up just 0.002% of the population. This led to widespread discrimination and excluded many people like Gong from contributing more to the United States. Neil Young, singer, 1945 to, well, he's still going strong. Fans of the famous Canadian-American folk and rock and roll singer-songwriter might be surprised to learn that Neil Young spent 4 years undocumented early in his career. He lacked a work visa and lived in fear of being pulled over for a traffic violation. Young obtained a green card in 1970 and became a citizen in 2020, motivated by his desire to vote in U.S. elections. Had he not received that green card, the U.S. would have been deprived of an extraordinary musical career that has spanned more than half a century. He was a key member of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, playing with the band at the famous Woodstock Festival. Young is known for experimenting with different styles and genres, so much so that his record label once sued him for producing an unrepresentative album. His decades of touring and more than 50 albums have added up to a storied career. In 1995, Young was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He has won 2 Grammys and been nominated for 28 of them. Young has also been a passionate activist and philanthropist throughout his career. His music often conveys his beliefs with lyrics featuring pacifist, environmentalist, and anti-drug themes. He co-founded Farm Aid, a not-for-profit that supports farmers in the United States, and has played in their annual benefit concerts for decades. Since 1985, Farm Aid has raised more than $64 million to promote a strong and resilient family farm system of agriculture. Charlize Theron, actress. Today, Charlize Theron is best known for her critically acclaimed, Oscar-winning Hollywood performances, but her career almost ended before it could begin when she was deported at age 19. Theron came to the U.S. from South Africa as a teen to pursue a career in performing arts. Just as she was cast in her first major motion picture, The Devil's Advocate, she was deported for overstaying her work visa. Theron had the rare opportunity to regain authorization and return to the United States to live and build an exceptional career. In 2007, she became a U.S. citizen. In 2016, Time named her one of the Time 100 most influential people in the world. Theron has also ventured into film production with her company Denver and Delilah Productions. Theron always suspected she had been targeted for deportation because of a documentary she shot in Cuba that was unflattering to the U.S. government. Because of this, she was afraid of being too involved in political issues. Since becoming a U.S. citizen, she's been outspoken on issues that are important to her, including women's and LGBTQ+ rights. She's also had a long-standing commitment to organizations working to stop the spread of HIV/AIDS motivated by the high prevalence of the disease in her country of origin. Getting a second chance after her deportation enabled her to reach new heights in the United States. José Antonio Vargas, journalist and activist, 1981 to, well, he's still very much active. At 30 years old, José Antonio Vargas had what appeared to be an enviably successful life. After coming to the U.S. from the Philippines to live with his grandparents at age 12, he earned a full scholarship to college and took a series of prestigious journalism jobs that netted him a Pulitzer Prize among other accolades. Vargas risked it all when he wrote the New York Times article, My Life as an Undocumented Immigrant, which detailed how he navigated life since discovering he was undocumented as a teen. In coming out as an undocumented immigrant, he put himself at risk of deportation, but he was inspired by the young activists who were sharing their legal status to fight for immigration reform. In the article, he wrote, "I'm done running. I've decided to come forward, own up to what I've done." In the years since, Vargas has certainly done so. He founded the not-for-profit Define American, which works to change the prevailing narrative about undocumented immigrants and share facts about immigration in the United States. Vargas has also highlighted the unique challenges facing LGBTQ+ undocumented immigrants like himself, who until recently were unable to regularize their status via a federally recognized same-sex marriage. He continued to share his own story via the documentary Documented, a film by an undocumented American, the book Dear America, Notes of an Undocumented Citizen and Testimony in Front of Congress. He used his new status as the most famous, openly undocumented American to advocate for other people in less privileged positions. Bamba John Bamba, actor. When war broke out in Côte d'Ivoire, Bamba John Bamba's family fled political persecution to seek asylum in the United States. Bamba was a child at the time, and it wasn't until he was graduating high school that he realized his family had become undocumented. By the time his parents succeeded in their asylum case, Bamba was too old to automatically gain legal status with them. Being granted Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival, or DACA, status gave him stability and the chance to pursue an acting career. Scoring roles in projects like Grey's Anatomy, Suicide Squad, and The Good Place granted him professional success, but Bamba still has no clear path to citizenship or even long-term authorization. After being cast in the film Black Panther, Bamba was inspired by a storyline in the Black Panther comics in which the hero has to live as an undocumented immigrant in the United States. He decided to come out as undocumented himself. In a video he created with the not-for-profit Define American, founded by fellow undocumented immigrant José Antonio Vargas, Bamba discusses his fear of being deported and losing his career, family, and the rest of the life he has built in the United States. Since revealing his legal status, Bamba has given speeches, written op-eds, and boldly advocated for the rights of all undocumented people to live freely. He's been particularly vocal about the challenges facing undocumented Black immigrants, who face disproportionately high rates of arrests and deportation, but are often left out of conversations about immigration. In recognition of his work, Bamba has been given the Courageous Advocate Award by the American Civil Liberties Union and the Courageous Luminary Award from the National Immigration Law Center. Dan L. Padilla Peralta, writer. As an undocumented Dominican-American boy in the New York City shelter system, Peralta stumbled across a book about ancient Rome in the shelter library. That chance discovery set him on the path to becoming one of the leading scholars of his generation in classics, the study of ancient Greek and Roman literature, philosophy, and history. With the support of his teachers, Peralta earned a full scholarship to study the classics at Princeton, where he graduated as a salutatorian. He followed up this achievement by earning a 2-year scholarship to Oxford, but going to Oxford meant risking being turned away when he returned to the United States. Not even the personal intervention of President Bill Clinton, Senator Hillary Clinton, Senator Chuck Schumer, 8 other congresspeople, the Dean of Harvard Law School, and a number of other luminaries who took up his case could sway U.S. citizenship and immigration services into offering him long-term protections, though he received a temporary waiver that allowed him to attend. Since establishing himself as a prominent classicist, he's used his background to enhance his work. His experience as one of very few non-white students in his classes motivated him to fight to diversify the discipline. He has also fought against white supremacists who want to use the classics to establish the foundation of idealized white culture. Much of his scholarship focuses on how migration, travel, and citizenship are portrayed in classical literature. Peralta also published a memoir, Undocumented: A Dominican Boy's Odyssey from a Homeless Shelter to the Ivy League, sharing his experience with the world. Carla Cornejo Villavicencio, writer. Carla Cornejo Villavicencio made waves when she came out as undocumented shortly before graduating Harvard. Her extraordinary story as the first openly undocumented immigrant to graduate Harvard was shocking, but Villavicencio turned down the immediate offers to pen a memoir. Instead, she decided to share the stories of people less privileged than her, traveling the country to interview farm workers, delivery workers, and other undocumented blue-collar workers. She began writing the morning after the 2016 election. The resulting book, The Undocumented Americans, was recognized by the New York Times for covering vigilantly guarded communities whose stories are largely absent from modern journalism and literature. Villavicencio has recently received permanent residency, but plans on continuing to write and share the stories of undocumented Americans.